Harper.
I'm Jane Watson.
And today, Jane gets a little drunk.
A little bit.
On our breakfast mimosa celebrating our first live. And we talk about asking for help.
Yes, and why it's a courageous thing to do.
And it's not a sign of weakness. So, welcome to the Sage Stage. Cheers!
To the morning after our first live.
To the morning after our first live and a podcast record after emotional meltdowns. So that requires leftover Prosecco with fruit.
Because it's fruit and it's breakfasty now.
And it's Friday.
It's Friday.
We're recording on a Friday.
Yes, we are, which we don't typically do. So this should be interesting.
Woo! So yes, yesterday we did our first live.
And we really learned a lot.
That we
learned that we didn't know what we were doing until it was too late. And apparently, you can't do a live unless you have a certain number of followers on both platforms.
You need 1,000 followers on Instagram, which we do not have.
Hint, hint, hint.
We have more on Instagram than we do on Facebook, and you needed 100 followers on Facebook, which we were at 77. We're at 80 now. So I turned and I realized afterwards I didn't need to do that, but I turned my personal Facebook page into a professional.
You didn't need
so
to do
we
that?
could know because we could do a live and cross post to the
Sage Stage.
But since we couldn't, we could have just done the live on my personal.
Right.
I didn't think that. We were so flustered.
Oh my God, we were so flustered. And we ended up not doing it on the Sage platform, and we made a last minute announcement saying, we're over here instead.
Yeah, we were on my personal Facebook platform. So if you want to be friends with me.
No, head over to the Sage because then we can do it from live.
My nose is still running from
the
crying.
Next 2. Oh.
Yeah. It's okay. Thank you. So we will do a live again, I think.
Yes, we're going to hit that 100-person.
That's our goal.
Yep, and then our next goal will be that 1,000 people. We're here to grow.
Let's do something. Okay, so we're only 20 away from 100 live on Facebook.
Yeah.
That 100th person who
Why don't we
follows
say-
our page, what are they going to get?
Or we could do something crazy and say those 20 people that join between now.
Free access to our dance party?
Yeah.
Free access to our dance party.
If you're 81 through 100 on our Facebook and you have followed us, you will get free access to our dance party.
I feel bad for those who followed us.
I
from
know. I
day one,
immediately did the
I
same
just went,
thing.
I don't know if we can do that.
No, we actually have to. This is where we just have to because we love every one of you that already followed us, and we'll do something for you too eventually, because we'll eventually do something for all those first 100. We'll go back and figure out something there, because we're going to be creating some content that we're going to be putting out there.
If you're already a follower,
we love you so
much. We will
much.
come to your house and sing you a song.
Don't say that! No one wants to hear me sing. You can hear her sing.
We will wear costumes and sing and dance on your front porch.
We will strip on your front lawn.
I'm wearing a costume. You're stripping. Now who's the dirty girl? Oh my gosh.
I wasn't.
Yeah, you just make me look dirtier.
I'm just a little more quiet about it.
Right. I'm right out there.
I love that about you. It's awesome.
I can't hide it. Mm-hmm. So that was yesterday, and then today is today. And
today is today.
And Jane's about to go on
a trip.
She's going to Japan, amongst other places.
Nope, just Japan.
This one's just Japan.
Yes, and the main reason we're going is to visit our son Thomas, who's been there for over a year. It's the longest, as a mother, this is the longest I've been away from any one of my babies. So he's been away for a year and 3 months.
Wow.
I know.
I don't know. That's hard.
I'm going to cry when I see him. I can tell. It's been,
yeah.
And I mean, thank God for Teams and Zoom and all of the virtual things, because
what
I've been
did
able
we
to
do
stay in
before
touch.
that?
I don't know. It's
wrote
so
letters. Remember we used to write
yes,
letters,
yes.
pen pals?
Oh my God. Remember getting letters?
I still love getting mail that's not a bill.
I know. It's so rare.
I know.
Oh my gosh. I kept all those letters from when I'm in my 20s too. I've got them in a box.
From who?
All the different people that were.
All the different people.
Well, I had like 3
you
or 4
were popular.
Friends. No, I had 3 or 4 friends who would very occasionally send me a letter from abroad. I had a pen pal in Australia for a long time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet them?
No.
Yeah, remember when we were in elementary school, there would be these the teacher would say, we're going to get pen pals from it, because she would do something with a teacher in another country of that same grade. And then you would just write to whoever. And then sometimes none of mine ever became like pen pals.
I got this pen pal because my eldest sister had gone to Australia and she stayed with the family, and there was a young man in that family who was the same age as me, and I guess I was like 14 or 15, and they said, oh, you guys should become pen pals. And so I don't know who wrote the first letter, if he did or I did. So we did, and we remained pen pals for years.
And you never met?
No, I don't.
That's so cool. That's kind of cool, though. That's kind of cool.
We never met, and even though, maybe if I go to Australia, I'll make a point of meeting him. I remember once he corrected my grammar.
You're going to find him now?
At what?
You're going to find him now?
No, I'm not going to find him. But if I go to Australia to visit my brother-in-law, I might try and look him up and say, hey, if I'm in the area.
Yeah,
right.
I'm
not going to like travel hundreds of miles because that would be weird. But if
That's
I happen to
movie.
be, it's a movie. It'd be a movie. But I remember he corrected my grammar in one of the letters back and forth. And I was like,
that would be the end of my pen pal shit.
that was kind of what happened. I was like, I don't think I like you anymore. That was not necessary.
Correcting your grammar?
It was the word truly. I'd said, yours truly. And he said, oh, by the way, you spelled truly wrong in your last letter. And I was like, you've spent money on a stamp to go weeks in the mail to correct my... I don't think that was necessary.
Wow.
But it also just, there's some personality types. He probably thought I was doing me a favor. I'm trying to have that positive context now. When someone does something that I find super fucking annoying, I'm trying hard now to take that moment and go, okay, what's the positive thing they were probably trying in their heart of hearts? Because most people aren't evil. What was the thing that they were trying to do that was probably what they thought was a kindness that just didn't work for me? But try and find the kindness.
I'm thinking he was just a dick.
No, that's the thing.
Wait, how old was he? How old was he?
He was like, I don't know, 16, 17.
Right. Okay. Yeah, at that age, we're look,
Oh, yeah. Puff up, also,
I know how to spell.
Some people genuinely would have gone, oh, thank you so much. I can't believe I did that. Like some personality types would be totally fine with that.
I'm not fine with that.
I was just
I am not fine with that.
What a waste of time and ink to correct my spelling on the word.
Did you
yours
need
truly.
to say that?
I know. And especially when things are handwritten. Like it's different nowadays with spell check. Everything is like, if it's incorrect and you deliberately didn't even make an effort to...
I think I spell worse now.
Really?
Yes and no, because sometimes it'll autocorrect and I know I've typed it right. I don't double check because it's not underlined like with the you know what I mean. And I look at it, I'm just like doo. I know I typed in whatever, and then I look and I'm like, after you send it, you're like, what the hell is that? I hate it.
Send the worst. You've seen it. My text.
Oh my God. Jane sent me a
typos.
text. This is not a voice to text, which is also funny because, if you look at the transcript of a voice, we do voice recordings to each other. If I can't hear it, I'll sometimes just press transcript just to see fast if it's anything I need to answer right away. And then sometimes I'm like, wait, what?
What the fuck?
And then I have to say it out loud, and then it makes sense to me.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
Oh, that's
read
what
the transcript out loud and go, oh, that's what they heard.
So,
this the same.
And then I love listening to it later when I have time. And I'm like, that's hilarious. But her actual typing,
my type, I don't know why. I'm usually
slide.
so yes, but I'm usually so
do the slide. I watch you do the slide thing. I'm like, I can't do that because I would take more time correcting my slide.
This is it. I'm not. I so many times I've just done it. I'm in a hurry and I'm like send, and then afterwards I look at it and go, oh my God, that's completely illegible.
Yeah.
I had no idea what I don't even know what I was writing. Like I look back and go, what the? So I need to be a little more careful about that. But I'm also like, fuck it.
Exactly.
Like. Well, I'm not gonna if it's I wasn't writing a recipe for a bomb, so it's like I don't know, it's
correct. You know what I just realized? We talked about you get the next 20 followers get tickets to our I think, but some of these people weren't the 11 people on our live. And you don't know that we're having a dance party. Like
right.
I think we might have said it on another one, but we're officially proclaiming May 22nd. This will come out end of April, this one. But so you have a month. May 22nd.
At the Albion Hotel.
At the Albion Hotel in Guelph, 7 to 11-ish.
Yep.
Out by midnight. And we're going to drink. We're going to dance
all night.
And dance all night. It's just... We're just putting on a playlist and we're dancing.
We're going to create a curated dance list, and it's going to be all dance music all the time.
Yeah,
And the
and
nice
if you
thing about
have
the Albion
ideas,
is that
throw
there's
it.
also a back patio. So if you get overheated from dancing, you can step outside.
We'll
There's
have
gonna be
little
food
snacks.
downstairs.
Well, they're not sure on the food.
Well, there's some food downstairs.
There's some
It's just
food
a question of how
downstairs.
much.
Yeah, how much how fully operational the kitchen is.
Yeah.
Like if it's more
Like if it's just snacks or if it's a full meal.
We're gonna offer a few salty snacks here and there so people aren't
Yeah.
drinking without eating.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have a big thing about that.
Yeah. And social. Stay tuned to our socials because we'll keep updating.
The event is on Eventbrite.
Yeah.
You can go to Eventbrite. We're gonna have posts this week as our poster goes up. Everything. We'll just start.
Is our poster going up this week?
Yeah, we're going to look at that. It's the other thing we were supposed to do after this.
That.
Well, I thought we should do that. So now that I said it out loud, the poster's going up.
I guess
this
it's
week.
going up this week. Yeah, that's the way we roll. We have to say it to make it happen. Manifest that shit.
Which will probably be up by the time you see it. It'll already be up.
Yep. It's true.
Anyhow, so I think that's all the housekeeping coffee talk out of the way. Jane, what's your question today?
My question is, what was there a time in your life where you should have asked for help, but you didn't?
Today? Oh, maybe 2 days ago. So I wouldn't have been where I was today.
No, seriously. So
yeah. You little brat. So
I'm such a bitch.
yes, you are.
Well, it's because
let's make Chandra cry again
it's
today.
It's very present. No, okay, I'll go first. I ended up. I mean, there's been times in my life I've had to ask for help against my better judgment. I remember in the States, I was driving a car that didn't have a gas meter that worked, and I ran out of gas many times, and I'd have to hitchhike.
I love that.
I had to hitchhike to gas stations with my little gas thing, and I should have asked for help. I should have gotten that thing fucking fixed. I should have gone to a mechanic and gone, I need this fixed because it keeps putting me into danger. But I was too proud to I was like, I can't afford the money.
I more so the money.
It was a money thing.
You
but
can't
it was also,
be too proud to say my car's broken.
No, well, it was. I was like, I can get by. I'll figure it out. No, I was like, I'll figure it out. I'll know how much gas I've used. I'll remember. Like it was such an
I did
ego
that where
thing.
I'd have to like reset the
odometer?
the odometer to know I can get around. I had a car that did that too.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, I did have a car, so I knew I would roughly get around 500. So I was a little panicky. So at
Smart.
450,
I wouldn't say
was
panicky.
full.
You were smart.
I did not ever let it go above 450 and go, yeah, I
ran out of gas. I remember once on an interstate in the highway in the US, and I was traveling between, I think, Ohio and Delaware. And I don't know where the fuck I was. And I was like at the side of the road by myself, no cell phone, and out of gas. And I'm trying to remember. I started walking along the interstate with my little gas can in hand.
So you had one in the back.
I had one in the back, yeah. And this 18-wheeler pulled over, and I walked by the door, and he swung the door open, and he went, "You need a lift?" And I'm like,
no, I'm fine.
Yeah, but that
Psycho
was
killer.
my first thought. But then I couldn't see how far the gas, I didn't know how far I had to go.
Yeah.
It could have been hours.
It could have been.
So I was like, yeah, I could use some help. I need to get to the gas station until he's like, come on in. But it's one of those times where I was like, this could be the end. This could be me dead. This could be me completely dead and murdered. But I was also like, yeah. And so I was lucky. I should have asked for some mechanic friend or somebody
to
suggest.
That man was John Watson.
No, he wasn't.
And that's how they met.
No, he was a very nice. I just want to
yeah.
shout out to the truckers out there that look out for people.
I have a friend who's a truck driver now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So great.
So great. He was so decent. He dropped me off. He was a nice conversationalist. I was clearly very nervous. I probably hugged the door like this the whole time. And that was one of the few. So I should have gone to mechanics and gone, I don't know how much this is going to cost, but I really am I'm in danger every time this runs out. And I probably would have been able to get it done fairly inexpensively. I probably could have put it on a credit. I should have asked for help. I should have, instead of going, I can manage this. It's not a problem. Right. That's one. I can think of many other times I should have asked for help where I didn't. Your turn.
Well, I mean, I have a long history of not asking for help.
We call it do-it-yourself-itis.
Yeah, it's I
It's funny. It's a mixture of pride and like, I can do it. And also like wanting to prove to yourself that you can do it. Like there's a certain part of me that wanted to prove to myself, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it.
I guess I have that. Mine, I think, is more. I don't want to look like I can't, in that someone will think less of me.
Mhm.
Like I have to do it because then people go, oh, look, Chandra is able to do that because I have this fear of not
Yes.
being able to do everything. So
It's a bit of ego.
it is ego. And it's also, I'm going to say for me, it's a survival mechanism. Like if I can do it all by myself, I don't have to rely on anyone. I'm not going to be let down by anyone. I'm not
Yes.
going to be,
Oh, I have
I'm
that
not
one.
going to look weak and therefore be attacked by anyone. It's, my reasons are pretty fucked, actually. But I'd love to say it's just like, I'm going to do this all by myself. No, mine's like, let's all just do it. Then no one will get me and I can do it. And no one's going to tell me I'm like a loser and no one's going to be, and yeah. And I
And
don't
there's-
want to look like I'm not enough.
Right.
And isn't that the most fucked up reason to not get help? And if anyone comes to see me for an energy treatment, the first thing
Very good
I'll
at that.
say is, honey, you need to ask for help. And I'll say, I'm terrible at it, but don't be like me. You need to ask for help. Because I know it's not weakness. I know
Intellectually.
it
get it.
up here, but there's something, and like we were talking about earlier today, I have gone for so much therapy, hypnosis, energy treatments, everything over like years and years and years. And I still have this reoccurring, it bubbles up every now and again. I'm not enough. I don't want people to think I'm enough, or I didn't do enough, or I'm not good enough.
I'm not worthy.
I've overcome that. I am
Yes?
worthy.
Good.
I'm worthy of everything amazing in this lifetime. And the little thing that inside me
Yes.
that I used to think, oh my God, it's telling me no, I now go, it's excitement. I've changed that because of the same physiological feeling.
Yes.
So when I say I'm not, I do deserve, and I get that little feeling of panic of, oh, maybe you don't really believe it. I go, no, that's the excitement I have like right before I go on stage, or that's the excitement I have before I'm going to do something that I've never done and I'm nervous, but I'm really excited about it. So I'm trying to train my body when that feeling of panic or anxiety comes up on something. I'm trying to, I say, no, change the narrative on the same feeling, but make it excitement, not, oh fuck, I can't do this.
Right.
Oh,
I love that. That's and it is all a mindset.
it is 100% a mindset.
So much in life.
I don't
is
know how I
just-
can get the worthiness one, the deserving 100%. I deserve everything.
So
great
no,
in
you
this
just said
lifetime.
you've got the worthiness one. The worthiness
No,
one. is one.
no, I've got the I deserve. I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. I deserve all the good things.
Yes.
But when I ask for help, I go, oh, well, then I don't look like I'm good enough.
So it's the good enough part.
Yeah, I deserve.
Yes. So
Yes.
you feel like I'm worthy. You're worthy of love and wealth and all the good things in the life that
I'm
worthy
deserving of it.
But you get stuck on.
Am I good enough?
It's funny. Are those not the same? Worthiness.
You know, and when you said, I'm like, is it the same? But I don't know, in me, and maybe people out there will understand. It's just
because for me, those are the same.
yeah, I see that. And I don't know why I don't feel that. Maybe I'm lying to myself. I feel like, okay, I know I'm deserving of your friendship.
Yeah.
But am I good enough to be the right friend you need?
Oh, sweet.
So I'm having an emotional day. But that's what I mean. Do you see the difference there? Like, I know I'm a good person. I know I deserve friendship.
Yeah.
And I'm using you as
Yeah,
an
yeah,
example,
yeah.
but this goes for my romantic relationships and any other kind of a relationship to me that carries emotional weight.
Yeah.
Not for some reason bosses or anyone. I'm like that,
Yeah.
Am I good enough to be a good friend? Like, am I being a good enough friend? Am I being a good enough person? I know I'm worthy of friendship and love and a shit ton of money. Are you paying attention, universe? I am deserving of that.
Yes.
I'm also good enough to have a lot of money because that's a totally separate thing. But emotional, am I good? Like, am I good enough to get it? But am I being good enough for my friends, my partner, myself. That's the part I
And
have
this is
trouble
the
with.
thing we have to, and this is something I'm going to actually give credit where credit's due right now, because this is something that took many, many years. And I'm giving a shout out to my husband, John, because for years and years and years, he said to me, I love your essential Janeness. You don't need to do anything. You just need to be. I love you just for being. And it didn't land. And
No,
it didn't
you know
land
what?
and
And
didn't
as
land.
you're
And I was saying it.
as you're saying it, I've heard saying that Rich has said that, and I'm like, I'm gonna cry. I don't think I've ever acknowledged it.
Exactly. And it's actually, it sounds simple, but it's actually hard to do, to let
It
that land
is.
and go, I'm enough. I don't have to do, I don't have to perform, I don't have to accomplish. Like, and for me, that was a huge unhooking, and it's only been recent, and we've been married 30 years. So
Yeah.
give yourself a break.
It's only been 5 for me,
Exactly.
so I got 25
it's been
years to love
30
this.
years, and it's probably only
Yeah.
been in the last 4 or 5, and especially since these last, when my business partnership fell apart.
Yeah.
I had huge, like, I'm a failure,
Insecurities and-
about my worthiness, because all of a sudden my income stream's gone, and I'm like, I don't have,
and the sense of, did you fail?
yes, I felt like a failure. And I felt like, okay, I'm not contributing the same way I did. And my role and my identity, and also like my role as a mother, like kids are off and gone, and I was just like crumbling. And he was 100% like, oh my God, you don't need to do anything.
Yeah.
I love you just for being. And it was like cathartic, because and that's what I want to tell you. Like, you are loved by me and by so many people just for being. You don't need to do or perform or like all those things that and this is going to be not just for her, but for so many of you out
Well,
there.
there's so many. You
So
know
many-
what?
it's
Let
like,
me
it's
be.
not about
Let me
doing.
be the.
Yeah.
You guys learn from my emotional breakdown
and
right
like
now.
I said, and I've and I can only say this because I've had someone in my life who's been so generous with their love and support. Because in my own family, and I my parents, I love them to bits, but there was a very much a performative element to
You
the
show
love.
love differently in families.
Exactly.
Like every family shows love
You
differently.
don't choose
Yeah.
your family, right? And my parents did an awesome job considering what they were raised with.
Yeah.
But there was also a sense of like, you performed to receive love, and so that's what I thought love was, right? I had to
Right.
perform a certain way to be
I think
worthy
it's-
of love.
To perform to a certain standard.
Right, exactly.
standard.
And then if you fell below that standard, but true love is not that. It is not about performance. It is just, and that's the thing. Like, I fell in love with you almost instantly, right?
And
did.
I you. Yeah,
And your
it was.
essential-
Yeah,
your
we
essential
did, yeah.
self. I just went, oh my God, I want more of that woman in my life. And I couldn't name it. And it was the same thing in my love relationship. I was like, I just want this man in my life, and I can't explain
Yeah.
why. And then it gets complicated. Like, let's
Well,
be
it
honest.
does.
Like,
I mean, you fall in love.
and then you have all the life
Then you have the actual reality of that person and
of being
the
roommates.
Yeah,
and
the-
who's cleaning the kitty
Yeah.
litter and who's doing laundry.
That- yeah,
and
that's
that all becomes
that's the
complicated.
mundane, and
Exactly.
that's what
and it
I
can
think
really
the
muddy.
mundane gets people in trouble.
It
Yeah.
does, because
Yeah.
then there's a sense of what's fair, because then you've got roommate life,
And then
you've got
that
lovers.
goes back to the help, asking for help.
help.
There's the expectation, like, I can't. Okay, you agree to the expectation. I so need a Kleenex. You agree to the expectation, but you don't say, like, what am I saying? You agree to the expectation. Thanks, honey. But you agree to the expectation, but you don't say, I'm having some problem doing it. I want to do it. I'm there for you. But I'm having some trouble right now. Can I have some help?
Yeah.
Probably because, I mean, I'm going to speak for me. Maybe you feel like it's a promise broken. I said I would do it. I can't do it. Now I look like a loser because I can't do it. Are you going to be mad, disappointed, angry?
You're worried about the feelings of shame.
Yes, the guilt and shame on that. Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, people who love each other, there is space and grace for all of that. Like, I feel
Yes.
like
you have to let them have.
exactly.
And I
it's
don't.
actually a
I'm
huge
not sometimes
gift.
great at that.
That was actually one of the pieces for me, a huge piece of the puzzle. Thanks
Yeah.
for naming that. Is that I actually said, I realized, and this was through therapy as well, is that allowing someone to love me
Yeah.
meant accepting that I'm enough, and not constantly trying to prove it, constantly trying to find evidence to show why you should love me. It's like allowing them to love me just because
Yeah.
was actually not innately how I was built. I was like, and as a result too, I was doing the same thing to him. I was like, okay, I was looking for evidence, as opposed to just going, you know what? I don't need you to do anything. I need you to be serving your higher purpose. I need you to be happy, and we need to work together, of course, because we're in a partnership. So there's this partnership element, and we're in partnership too, right?
Yeah.
So partnership is fundamentally, it's based in respect, right?
Yes, 100% respect for every kind of friend,
and that's
business,
why it
personal,
comes to
like romantic.
kindness, and consideration, compassion are fundamental in any partnership.
Yeah.
Right. So that means that if for whatever reason, I need to carry the relationship for a while, or he needs to carry it for a while. I mean, I think,
wasn't it Brené Brown who did
Yes.
the whole,
I love that.
It's never 50-50.
No.
It's sometimes that partner's running at 40 and the other person has to do the 60. And then someone's at 20 and the other one has 80. And if you're both running at
10%,
10, then that other 80%, you agree to go, it's not happening today.
Exactly. We have to let it go.
And that's good. And I want everyone out there to go, my cry for help is not a, Rich and I are fine.
Yeah.
This is more personal, a physical, my
Yes.
physical body is falling apart and I'm having a hard time accepting it. And then
those feelings of worthiness that come as a result of that.
Yeah,
Because you've got physical
feeling
limitations.
useless, like you feel useless. Yeah.
No, I think this
Yeah.
is something a lot of people go through as you age, right?
And
our
I
bodies do
think it's
age.
important that people, I mean, the relationship, what we're talking about is very important, but
Yep.
the reason that it's coming up is the physical limitation of, and I think a lot of women our age, but even younger, because there's so much out there now that people, physical ailments, chronic illnesses, there's many more chronic illnesses
that we're aware of
now. Well, yes, I guess that we're aware of now than before, and people younger are suffering from them.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. You look fine.
Yeah.
You look fine. So therefore you feel you have to show fine and you have to do everything. And you feel like an idiot when you look fine and say, I don't have that today.
Right.
I can't do that.
I know. And then the shame rolls in and you judge
there's a
yourself.
lot of
And there's
shame,
this
yeah.
feeling of I'm not worthy, blah, blah, blah.
And I'm really good at pushing through. I'm a
but
fucking train.
But it'll
until it hits me like this.
Exactly.
And
And
then
it'll
I go,
shorten your life, right? Like you can't.
Oh, great, Jane. Are you
No,
telling me?
I'm saying that's why I want you to slow down.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I want you around for a long time. It's the same thing with John. I was like, you know what? If your current job is stressing you to the max, I don't want you to keep doing
We
it.
eat
I'm not
crap
talking about his current job.
No,
He's
but
teaching.
But you eat craft
you-
dinner and you're happier.
Right.
Yeah, you know
That's-
what? I get it. Yeah,
It's
I've
what I
said
said.
that
I said
to
I'd
Rich
rather
when-
have less money and more sanity
Yeah.
and happiness. And and frankly, I think anyone who's super wealthy will tell you this is the stuff doesn't matter in the end. It's nice. There's a certain point, of course, to which it makes life a lot easier.
because you don't have to worry about bills being paid.
Exactly.
Or heat
There's
or,
a certain baseline level where you go, okay, but I'm willing to scale back in order to be,
yeah, and
and there's always been this, I think in my
we're not
family's-
having champagne with podcast. If we're scaling back.
Oh yeah.
We're drinking a Coors Light,
Yeah, exactly.
which is also yummy.
No,
Sometimes.
I'll cut off back on other things before I'll cut back on the champagne podcast.
That's why I love you, because I would do the same. I'm like, honey, we're having craft dinner tonight, so Jane and I can drink champagne tomorrow.
Exactly.
He'd be like,
Priorities,
okay,
priorities,
yeah, he'd get it.
priorities.
As long as I could chop up hot dogs.
Exactly. Like I know that I'm doing a lot of travel this year, and I know that it's going to be expensive, especially with what's happening with oil right now. I'm like, fuck.
Are you a little worried?
Yes.
Sidetrack.
Yes.
Are you a little worried about getting stuck somewhere because all of a
Yes.
sudden there's no fuel?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, not right now because this trip to Japan to visit her son, the ticket's already paid for and bought, and I know that there's
but-
enough right now. But in a month from now, if
Well,
things
your
don't
next
change,
trip. Yeah.
yeah, it could be bad.
Your next 2 trips.
yeah, it could be bad.
Well, it's okay. Apparently, he's made they're best friends now. He said.
what?
I don't know. Let's not get into
Let's
it.
not get into
But I
all
saw
this.
some, and I'm like, I can't even.
No,
I
no,
can't.
So
even.
much bullshit coming out of White
Yeah.
House. So,
Yeah.
but I'm.
And
But
sadly, everyone else around the world has to suffer through one country's incompetence at the
Oh my
moment.
God,
Yeah, I feel
I
bad for
know.
everyone who lives there. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I do
Anywho.
too. But my point is that I'm fully prepared to say, okay, that might be it. We may not be able to do a whole lot more, or it'll be very scaled back and maybe once every 5 years or whatever, so that's fine. I've got a better, it doesn't mean I won't be jealous sometimes of family and friends who are doing much better than me financially. No,
Do you get jealous? Like, do you
Yeah.
get, I don't get jealous.
I don't get jealous of the individual. I get jealous of like, oh, I wish I had a cottage. I wish I could take my kids on an expensive, da da da, bada bada bada. There's those things that I kind of go, but then I also go, I've made choices. I accept the fact that I've made choices where like I could have gone right back into my former industry and been making really good money.
Yeah.
I chose not to.
I don't think
so
it was
the
really for
consequences-
you.
No, that's why I ultimately couldn't. Because honestly, I finally figured out how to listen to my body. And I remember I was sitting in 3 or 4 different, job situation interview kind of things.
I
And
remember, yeah.
and my body just going,
I don't like it.
and I was just like, oh, come on, really? This would be good money. And my stomach and my chest are caving in. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay, fine. I'm listening. And as a result, I'm healthier. I'm happier. But I'm just going to be, I'm not going to make my money in that industry.
No. And yeah,
And who knows? And, something, this or something around it might be the next thing. And I think that I honestly do think
always
that's
know
the case. Whether or not it's this directly or something adjacent to it.
I have come to realize and
that's the way I want to make money. Something that I'm aligned with.
100%.
Aligned
I
is
am
more important.
realizing through time as I try to find my niche at 56. I mean, I've tried everything. What I love is connection.
Yes.
So I can't do anything where I am all by myself.
Yep.
I can't do anything where you're sitting in a cubicle, the 9 to 5, that would kill me. But so I see everything that brings me any kind of joy is connection.
Yep.
Like theater,
Mm-hmm.
the meditation, like doing meditation, workshops, energy healing. I'm connecting with people on some level.
Yeah.
This podcast, I mean, we get to connect, but then whoever's listening out there, maybe we're offering some sort of connection for however long they're listening for, to go, oh, hey, that's fun. Or I
when
resonate.
we get enough followers, we'll do more lives.
Right. I resonate with that, or I didn't, that made me look at something differently. That's the kind of thing that I think, and hopefully maybe writing, I connect that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. You are all about connection.
Yeah. It's very hard to make connection equal financial stability.
Well, that's the story we've told ourselves, and that's the story we're changing.
We're changing that
We're going
now.
to change that dynamic because it is possible. We just have to figure it out. It is something to figure out. It is
Other people do it.
I know exactly. So that's why we're here. You get to watch as we figure it out because we plan to figure it out.
But I want to be authentic. I don't want to be
This is
smarmy.
it. This is it.
I'm not going to be some, oh my God, I'm the
Not
be
gonna
all end all.
Sell stuff for the sake of selling stuff.
Here's my 5-step plan to becoming a better human being. When look at me, I'm a wreck.
You
Who am
are,
I?
and
No,
you,
but
and you aren't.
I'm not. I know I'm not.
Here's the difference is
I'm
that
being glib.
We kind
but
of know what our foibles are.
yes.
And I think that just knowing that and being willing to say them out loud is a huge step forward.
Oh, well, I guess I've never had any, I've never pretended to be anything but who I am. So, and that has worked in my favor and against me.
Of course. I mean, it's hard to be a very sensitive person in today's society. And we're opening ourselves up here to a whole lot of shit. Let's be honest. I mean, we've had
a couple trolls.
We've had a couple
Which
trolls.
I say yes.
I do
because that
too.
means-
Because I mean, like, if you're bothering enough to send a comment, and I'm not that I'm encouraging it, but I'm just saying it doesn't bother us.
it made me giggle.
Me too. I was kind of like,
I love. I'm
that's
like, you
hilarious.
really didn't listen. You just tossed 2 women on screen and assumed a whole lot of shit.
Exactly. And honestly, that's part of what we signed up for.
Yeah.
But
we're not going to hide to
Exactly.
I spent years trying not to have people.
Exactly. I don't mind if people show up and don't like it. I'd rather that than not do anything at all. Like I keep hearing Brené Brown in my head is like, we are in the arena. We are out there and we're doing something. You can be in the stands and throw pot shots at us. That's fine. But at least we're in the arena doing the thing,
Yeah. It's about, it was, yeah. I mean, and that's why
No
I think
regrets.
every podcast we talk about, and we're here because, and this is why we're doing it. And
that's
maybe,
fine.
I don't mind that we say it a lot because we're saying it to whatever new listener, and also maybe as a little reminder,
To
right?
ourselves.
That's us. We're doing it. We're saying it out loud. Because words
Are powerful.
Words are powerful. I mean, what's the words are spells. Words are
I
spells.
love that.
And because you speak them out loud, and spelling is
Manifesting.
words are powerful. Whatever.
I think that's
whether
why I
you
love
believe
theater
in
so much.
energy or intuition, psychic, whatever, or
We do.
science, words are powerful.
Yeah.
You go to any kind of just your basic talk therapist who's not into witchy woo woo fun things. They say, stop the negative self-talk. Be careful how you speak.
Exactly. Because
So-
it does frame your world.
It doesn't matter where you come from in your belief system. Words are powerful.
Yeah. And the words you say in your head are even more powerful. So that negative self-talk cycle that I had for years and years and years, every time it starts again, because it's not like I can ever make it stop 100%, but whenever it starts, I'm like, shh, that's not helpful.
We can slow it or shut it down.
Yeah, I just
sooner.
go
Yeah.
and done with that.
Yeah.
Moving on,
And-
and not making myself wrong for it. That was the first thing I did. When I first recognized that I was doing it, I was like, oh my God, I'm doing that thing. And then I would get down on myself about the fact that I was getting down on myself, and then I was
Well,
like,
yeah.
but now I'm at the point where I'm like, oh, interesting. Moving on.
And in that same vein, it's the oh my God, I lost it. That's why I was like, and no, let her finish, and no, let her finish, and I'll remember, and I'm like, oh, she finished. Fuck, I don't remember. Hold on. So it's I remember. I think.
I snapped
So
it back.
it's the when you speak badly or you're doing negative self-talk and all that in your brain and you shut it down, but you also, and this is the part that I sometimes don't let myself do. I go, oh, stop that, Chandra. We don't do that. Sometimes you have to let yourself cry it out. Be angry, like change it into not just talking badly about yourself, but recognize what's behind it. Why are we doing this? Why are you talking bad about yourself right now? What is it that you're really upset about? So because I do things like, oh, you're so stupid, or did it? What's really behind it? Usually if I really look at it, I go, I'm tired. I feel useless. I've messed up. My body hurts. Like there's so many things. And instead of going, okay, we need to stop that. And we need to look at why. And then if you need a good cry, stomp your feet, hissy fit, whatever you need to do to release it, get yourself back on track. I think that's a step I sometimes missed.
Right.
And that I need to do. Allow myself to do.
So I'm not a big crier, but when I was going
I will
through,
teach you.
Yeah, no. I found this was great. I was going through the worst of my stuff when I was leaving the business, and it was around my birthday, 2 years ago. For my birthday, my daughter and I went to a rage room, and
Rage
fucking
room?
raged for 30 minutes, and it was
So not a
great.
rave.
No, rage.
What's a rage room?
Oh, it's so good. So it's what's fascinating is that the participants that go to rage rooms are 80% women. And so what it is
I would like my
a
kids to do
room
that.
that's set up for you. You go in, they give you overalls, they give you a helmet and goggles, and they set up a room with and you've got bats and crowbars, and you beat the shit out of stuff. Like,
I would like to know where that
we should
is.
go. There's one in Cambridge.
My daughters need to go.
Okay,
yeah.
we need to go. You should go with your daughters. I'll go back to my daughter.
then,
Oh my
we
God, it
should
was
go together,
so
yeah.
great. I'll show you the video. I had, so they have plates. They have, if you're recovering from an office job, so I was, there was a computer and a printer. So I got to smash the shit out of a computer and a printer.
I don't know if
Plates,
I could
cups, glasses, ceramic stuff. The funny thing, we smashed the shit out of everything in that room. We blared my playlist, my rage playlist, and Blythe and I worked ourselves out until we were like sweating, literally. And what was hilarious,
Did you have emotional releases too?
No, not like neither of us cried. We laughed.
Yeah, that's an emotional release.
It was,
yeah,
but
that's
we were
that's a
smashing
healthy
shit,
like,
and it was just like, like it was so like.
Is it super expensive?
No. Actually, afterwards, I started inquiring to the manager. I was like, I think I want to set one of these up. Like, I think I was almost a business idea. I was like,
we should have
we
a
could talk about that.
The Stage Rage Room.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. It was so good.
Once a
it was
year.
so good.
We should do it as part of like one as part of the retreats.
Oh my God, that's so good. But
Okay,
it's actually
note to
quite
self.
a lot to set up.
Yeah,
because
but
you need a
something
safe
of-
space.
yeah.
You need all the equipment, and then and what
Rage
they
release
do.
weekend.
Yes, yes.
Oh, I gotta write that
The
down.
rage release weekend.
Someone pay attention and let us know we said that.
We wrote that down. The thing that was so cool about it too was that so we took turns. They actually had a hook in the center of the room, and you could hang stuff on it and like take a baseball bat and swing it.
Wow.
I was physically exhausted by the
Oh,
end of
I
it, and
can't
I was
imagine.
just so good. It was so good. I would.
Do you know
do
how
that again
many
in a
people
heartbeat. But it's
in
mostly
high
women.
energy? Yeah, I was going to
It's
say.
mostly, and also
Are you
they bring
surprised?
teams to it. They bring work teams to it.
Oh,
They'll
yeah.
bring-
Men should go,
Yeah.
but I'm not surprised it's women because we hold so much
Oh
shit
my
inside.
God. It's a free place to let it all go. And it
But
was
it'd be
so
actually really good for men because maybe they wouldn't be so.
Fucking aggressive on their cars, in their partnerships, in their workplace. Yes.
You
yes.
said it. Yeah, exactly.
But
I think it's healthy for everything because we
but I
live in a
think-
society where we're told, well, you can't get mad. Well, you can get mad. You just have to let it out in a healthy way.
Yeah.
Not beating people up or
Yeah.
screaming
Road
nonsense or guns or
Yeah.
however. But yeah.
But no, I think everyone can benefit from it, and I certainly
I'm
did.
gonna-
And so
I'm gonna
yeah,
look that up.
it's so good. It's so good. I will actually try to put the link below the podcast on this one because I'll send you the link. Because it's so worth it. I would go back. Actually, maybe I'll go back for my birthday this year.
I will come.
You are? Yeah.
I think so. I think
Yeah,
it sounds
yeah.
great.
It's really great.
Yeah.
It's really great. I found it very cathartic.
I wanted to do an escape room with my daughters, but I think, you know what, a rage room sounds very cathartic for any kind of issues we have with each other.
I think it's great. Mothers,
Yeah.
daughters, fathers, sons, anybody
Yeah.
really. I think it's actually also too like releasing that level of emotion and destruction with somebody when you're in a safe place. I mean, it depends on the relationship, I guess.
100%. You don't want to
um,
end up the bats being turned on each other.
Exactly. But I found myself just like, it was a very bonding experience is what I'm trying to say. It was a very bonding experience with my daughter.
That's
We both
fantastic.
laughed our asses off by the end of it because we were just, but the funny thing was, here's the one funny thing. So they grabbed their stuff from Valley Village, right? They get plates and all that.
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
from
yeah,
Valley
yeah.
Village. They had this ceramic thing that had like a puppy on it.
Oh.
We couldn't hit it.
We don't hit
well,
puppies.
neither of us were like, I can't hit the puppy.
We're not hitting
No,
the
we're not
puppy.
hitting the puppy.
No.
So at the end, like this woman comes out, she goes, "Oh, everything's gone. Good job. You missed the puppy thing." And we're like, "We can't hit the puppy." She just goes, "He's had a good life. You can hit the puppy." We're like, "We can't hit the puppy.
Can we take it home with us?
Yeah, that's so funny.
What have we learned?
What have we learned? Asking for help is actually not a weakness.
It's not a weakness.
Even
and
though it feels like it in the moment, it is not a weakness.
And-
And people appreciate being asked. They do.
that's the part I have to remember. I say it
Yeah.
to other people because I tell everyone, if you ask me for help, I will 100% say yes or no.
And feel
without
honored
feeling
that-
any judgment.
And
Yeah.
feel honored that you
like
asked.
if I say no, it's not because I'm mad at you. It's just because I physically can't do that right now.
Exactly. But being asked is it's an honor. It depends if the person abuses or not. But most people like
Exactly.
you and I are like, I'm only going to ask for help when I really, really need it. But
Because we don't ask for help, we offer to the other person.
We do. But it's true. It's true. But it's actually really good practice to ask for help before you're in a desperate situation.
Yes.
You know, and it takes a
sorry.
lot of courage and to remember that when you ask for help, that other person, you know, if they care for you at all, are going to be grateful that you asked. And
I'm trying to get the
I
berries out the
know,
bottom of my glass.
I know. This is
But
good.
yes, and also words have power.
Yes.
And when you have the negative self-talk words happen, look at why you're doing it.
Yeah.
And just, I think
forgive yourself.
facing it is, I think the biggest thing to go, okay, why am I doing this? Okay, I know this fear. I know this insecurity. Either we've talked about it, we know how to say, or, ooh, that's new. And then look at it, deal with it, talk to someone about it.
Yeah.
Meditate on it, whatever you do to get through your shit. And don't be afraid to go to someone and say, I'm having these feelings.
Yeah. If they keep coming up and you can't seem to get past it, then
You need
ask
to
for
talk
help.
to someone.
Absolutely.
A
We're big
friend-
advocates on that.
Yeah, a friend, a therapist, an energy healer, like whatever it takes.
Yeah, and if the words aren't coming, an energy healer is great.
Yeah, I find that.
If you can't put words to it, seek out an energy healer because they might be able to help you.
Well, I think I mean, for me, my journey when, therapy wasn't working, and then I stumbled upon energy healing, and I cleared so much because my brain was doing a really great job at protecting me, and energy work can slip around the brain and get to the heart of the matter and pull it out.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, can I do a little, I haven't done this before, but this is me asking for help. I'm going to do a little plug for my Substack.
go ahead, Jane.
So I talk about some of my energetic healing experiences on my Substack, which is called Eat, Pray, What the Fuck. My Eat, Pray, What the Fuck
Oh, right.
series.
Oh, yeah.
So you can find me at Jane Watson Eat, Pray, What the Fuck series. It's funny how I've kept these things separate. And Chandra's going to be creating one about all of her letters to
Yes, I've made the account, but I haven't written anything.
Eventually she'll have one too soon enough.
Yeah.
So we're both writing. So that's one of the
Stay
things we want
tuned
to
for
ask
that,
for help is if you're enjoying the podcast, maybe check out our Substacks. And
Well, now you're making me, I have to put something on my
well,
Substack.
you've already written this stuff.
Oh, yeah, it's probably somewhere.
You just have to cut and paste. That's it.
But you know what? That's us. That's our journey. We love you. Until next time.